Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about getting active, getting moving, and how we can get our little Fitbits or whatever activity monitors we have to flash the coveted 10,000 step number. As you may or may not have heard, there's actually I think it's an FDA regulation. The health people out there have told us that we should get 10,000 steps every single day. And I'm not talking about people that are trying to get active, get fit, and lose weight. I'm talking about all of us. And I know for some people, 10,000 steps might be nothing. It might be a walk in the park, no pun intended. But for a lot of people, that number is actually very, very difficult to obtain. And so I wanted to hop on here and give you a couple of suggestions to help you get closer to those 10,000 steps every single day. Now, it's not like one of these ways, one of these tips is going to get you all the way to 10,000 steps all on its own, but my hope is that you can take a couple of these tips, combine them, and add them to your usual daily activity to help you get to those 10,000 steps quicker and more easily without really even thinking about it. Keep in mind that these tips are super simple, really easy, just things you might not have necessarily considered as a way to get yourself to your step goal. So I'm just planting that little reminder in the back of your mind to help you move a little bit more. So let's jump right in. Here we go. Number one is park far away. Rather than wasting your time chasing other cars around to try and get that coveted closest parking spot available, why not just save a couple minutes, park way on the other side of the lot where your car is less likely to get dinged by another person or another car or a shopping cart. You have all the room in the world and you get a couple extra steps walking from your faraway parking spot to the door. It's really easy. It only takes a couple extra seconds for you to walk and it could significantly increase your step count on errand a day. Tip number two is to take Fluffy for an extra walk. This is not Fluffy, this is Gracie, who's sitting here staring at me while I film, so I figured I would include her. But seriously, take the dog for an extra walk. I'm sure he or she would love to go outside and go for a walk, wouldn't you? We should do that when I'm done filming. And you will get the extra steps in. Even if it's an extra 10 or 20 minutes, Fido gets a little bit of an extra walk, you get a couple extra steps, everybody's happy. This one might seem really obvious, but it is, quite frankly, my favorite way to get my steps in every single day, and that is cardio at the gym. I love to go to either exercise classes or walk on the treadmill if I brought my braces, but quite frankly, almost every day that I'm at the gym, I hop on the elliptical machine. And while I'm technically not picking up my feet, it works better for me and the muscle disease that I have. I am getting steps. I'm going through the walking motion, and I can walk at more of a normal speed or almost feel like I'm running. That's a whole different video, and I get my steps in. So I actually get about at least half of my steps in almost every day going to the gym and hopping on the elliptical alone. It is the quickest, most efficient way, in my opinion, to get some of your steps in. Do you like to shop? I like to shop, so I often find myself over at the mall, especially when I'm on my own during the week and need something to do. If I have to run an errand, I turn it into a nice little excursion. And I happen to shop at a very large mall in the Chicagoland area called Woodfield. And it actually has mile markers around the perimeter of the mall because a lot of people go there to go mall walking. So what I will do is, if I am completely free on time, I will actually park at the wrong side of the mall based on what stores I want to shop in. So I have to walk all the way to the store and all the way back. But once I get inside, I'll actually kind of do a lap around, do some quick window shopping, get some steps in before I actually step foot in any stores. So I got active, I got something physical done, and now I am free to go shopping as I want because I earned it, right? Right. Basically, you get moving around that mall and tell yourself that you are not going to actually go in a store and buy something until you have made X amount of steps for the day. So unless you watch your television exclusively on Netflix, odds are you encounter commercial breaks from time to time. We personally use Hulu for a lot of our TV watching, and while there's less commercials than there would be in a regular TV show, I think, There are still commercial breaks, so instead of picking up your phone, which I'm totally guilty of, and poking at it during a commercial break, get up and do something. Even if it's just walk from the bedroom back into the living room and walk around, or go pick something up or clean something up in the kitchen. Get moving, get steps. It's a 3 to 5 minute commercial break, and then you can sit your bottom back down when the show comes back on. Another one that might seem a little bit obvious, but it's something we don't necessarily think about when we're doing it, and that is house cleaning. Any of you that actually have activity monitors that you wear on a regular basis, have you ever noticed how quickly the steps accumulate on days that you're die-hard cleaning the house? I'm talking vacuuming, mopping the floors, picking up after the kids, or in my case, the dog. You would not believe how many toys this dog leaves around on the floor on a daily basis that I have to go pick up. And that's one of the things I do every single night is I pick up all of her toys and put them in the basket. I get a couple extra steps at the end of the day, and I actually start the day with a clean floor. Never ends that way though. My point is, if you're actually doing some thorough house cleaning, tidying up, cleaning the floors, folding the laundry, and all that jazz, especially if you have a slightly larger home, your steps will rack up rather quickly. So take full advantage of the fact that you have to clean the house today, embrace that as an activity and not just as a chore, and get physical with it because you will gain a little bit of fitness while you're gaining some cleanliness. Use meal times for more than eating. What I mean is, if you go to work and you have an hour-long lunch break, why not take only half an hour to go ahead and actually eat your food and take the other half an hour to go for an afternoon stroll? Or if you're at home with the kids or by yourself, after dinner, take yourself for an evening walk. Walk it off for just 20 minutes, enjoy the evening air. I know it's a lot harder to do when it's cold outside, but embrace the days that actually have nice weather and get outside, go for a little walk after your meals. It will help you get the juices flowing, get digestion going, and get a couple more steps into your day. Use phone calls for more than talking. I often find that when I am on the phone, especially with a friend or with my mother, the conversation tends to last a little while. So instead of just sitting there with my phone plastered to my ear, while I talk for maybe 15 or 20 minutes, I'll actually plug the headset in because most cell phones now come with headphones that have microphones built in, and I will either walk around the house, maybe doing some cleaning, get moving, or I might even go outside and actually go for a legitimate walk while I'm on the phone. I used to do that all the time when I lived at my parents' house, actually. I would always go outside when I was on the phone and walk around the neighborhood. It worked really, really well. Living in that house, doing tricks like that is what actually got me down to my goal weight the first time around. So, take your phone call time and use it for more than talking and get a walk in while you're at it. Tip number 9 is be less efficient. Bear with me. I'm serious about this. In a world where productivity reigns supreme, we always want to be more productive and most efficient with our time because we don't have a lot of hours in the day. It's really hard to grasp the concept of being less efficient for the sake of steps. But if you are less efficient with some of the tasks you have around the house, it actually helps you increase the amount of steps that you make. For example, if you are doing laundry, rather than taking the whole basket to and from the machine at the same time, take only what you can carry. So maybe it's 2 to 3 trips to the laundry machine and back to the bedroom or wherever the clothes have to go, rather than just the one. And if you have a bigger house or you have to go up and down stairs, that could actually really turn into a bit of a workout and quite a hefty amount of steps if you think about it. Being less efficient about picking things up, maybe picking up 3 things at a time instead of grabbing an entire pile to bring to another room. Being a little bit less efficient about how you get things from point A to point B. I primarily mean around the house, as you can tell, but taking that time to be a little bit less efficient will give you a little bit more on your tracker. And when all else fails, there is number 10, and that is house walking. And it is exactly what it sounds like. You get up and you walk around your house. And at the end of the day, if I look at my Fitbit and I go, shoot, I still have 1,000 steps to do, I will legitimately stand there and I will walk in place. When I was doing my step bet, I did this almost every night. My husband witnessed it, my in-laws witnessed it because I did it a lot in Florida. I had to just pace around. I actually did it in friends' kitchens too. Oh my goodness, I really do this a lot. If I need to get that step goal, I will do whatever it takes to get to that step goal. So if it means pacing back and forth in a friend's kitchen, or walking in front of the television while my husband and I watch an episode of our favorite TV show, I will do it. House walking is literally walking around your house. That's what it is. So there you have it. Those are my 10 ways to help you get to 10,000 steps every single day. If you have any ways that you'd like to use to get to your 10,000 step goal, let me know in the comments below, because I'm always open to new suggestions. Go ahead and hit that little subscribe button over there so you are always kept up to date when I upload a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for the sake of fitness and getting your step goals in. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!